Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Men not getting validation is a major issue. It's a major issue. Like, there's a lot of talk about not looking outside of yourself for validation, and that's good to try, but let's be real. I don't care who you are, you want somebody else to acknowledge it. That's just human. We can't get past that. You can try, but it feels good when somebody acknowledges that, oh, you're a good person. Somebody acknowledges your talent, because it's major. That's why they have award shows, stuff like that. That's why when someone isn't acknowledged, they start to feel a certain way. In fact, there's been studies suggesting people can actually get sick, even cancer, from not being validated. But let's put it like this. Even without any studies, you can see you don't feel good. If somebody feels invisible, like I've talked a while ago about invisible men, a lot of guys responded. A lot of guys don't feel like being invisible because you're not being validated, you're not being seen. Now, it's so many that's what's bringing a lot of problems now. And yeah, of course, there's some women, women not being validated. That's a major issue too, but this is the men's channel, so we're gonna focus on that. And it's something that needs to be addressed, especially by so-called professionals who deal with relationships, psychologists, mental health professionals, counselors, people of that nature, because it's a big thing. A lot of men are saying, well, hold up. Women say that they want that provider, that protector, that guy working hard, but yet the women are ignoring me. How's a man supposed to feel? He's doing everything right only to see the woman go for some bad dude, Seriously, especially when we'll talk about black relationships, there's a big issue like in the black sector talking about Pookie and Ray Ray. Now, I've said my piece against that. I said it's overblown, but I think about it from a man not getting validated. He's working hard. He's got his education just to see some women going crazy over some bum, who's getting into trouble, not doing all the stuff he's doing. How's he supposed to feel? See, a lot of times you got a lot of men feeling stuff. See, well, let's put it like this. A lot of focus on the women, and that's cool. That's cool. But they forgetting while they trying to fix the women, they need to fix the men too. They need to do something for the men. And that validation thing is crazy. Now, only exceptions, men who are actually getting some validation, either very physically attractive, or standing out physically, or some guys who are very successful. So what message does that send? What message does that send? They say, well, okay, if you ain't blessed genetically, then, oh, you got to make all of this money. Indeed, that's why you'll get some guys who will do whatever it takes, even if it means breaking the law, just to have that money, to get that fancy car, get all of that. They focus on it. It's like, why they doing it? Oh, they trying to get some women, As someone who's worked in the criminal justice system, you got drug dealers out there. The biggest reason for doing it is to get ladies, Seriously, it's like, well, wait a minute. Or, somebody really killing themselves, making that money. And then even with that, you got some women saying, okay, the guy making 6 figures. Well, he making 200,000. Well, he got to make $500,000. You get some guys making money, more money than average, and they're not being validated. And we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. It's like, why are men responding? Like, there's always a big deal over men like responding to certain content creators. I ain't gonna call any names, but there were several. And you get some people saying, oh, what's wrong with them? This is a problem. And they're not asking a simple question. Why are they responding to them? Anybody can say anything. Why are they doing it? If you got a problem with that content creator saying certain things, or say you calling it misogynistic or something like that, okay, why are people supporting? People support stuff because they feel it on a personal level. When people follow anybody, that means that whoever they following is appealing to them, and that's a major issue. That's a made that validation, that being seen. Feel like, okay, you working hard and everything, but the women aren't seeing. Or you feel like, you know what, you ain't blessed genetically and the women aren't seeing. And yeah, of course, that's not going to be every single guy, but it's a critical mass and it's a problem. And it's something that has to be discussed. And not just by one person doing a 10-minute video talking about it. Like the professionals, if they serious, they got to look at it if they want to. Because then we can get deeper and say, well, how come they try to disempower so many men? Yeah, that's because another group of men making some money. But I ain't going to go too political today. But it's a thing, because if a man's not getting validation, he's not feeling good. He might just say, you know what? What's the point? He might, I mean, seriously, because like suicides among men are higher than they are among women. Let me say that again. Suicides among men are higher than they are among women. And you know, you got more homeless men. You got more men dropping out because they saying, what's the point? Well, hey, why should I work hard, get this education, or, you know, be a good citizen, contribute to society, and I can't even get a woman to say hi? And seriously, because I remember this one guy. It was decades ago. And, you know, he would play basketball. Knew him from playing pickup basketball. And I never forget what he said. He said, you know, he just wanted a woman he could just spoil. He could just treat nice and everything. But women weren't giving him the time of day. And he wasn't a bad guy. He wasn't no fashion model, but he wasn't a bad guy. But you got a lot of guys like that. That's what, and you know, that's one of the issues. They're not validated. They're not getting an attaboy just for doing something good. Indeed, I've heard of some women, seen some women, guys say you're doing some good stuff, and they can't even just say, okay, that's cool. That's all they need to say. It was like, you supposed to, like trying to take it away from them. But then it's funny, the same woman, when no men are paying attention to her, is wondering why. Where are the men at? You can't even like compliment a guy or just acknowledge he's doing something. You don't have to like sit there and have a 10-minute praise session, but just say, hey, great job. That goes a long way. You know, just saying, just acknowledging. Shoot, validation is just acknowledging. You know, you got some women out here, you know, if that guy say hi to her, he don't look a certain way or give off the impression he making a certain amount of money or something like that, or got something about him, you know, they don't even want to open their mouth. I'm like, well, damn, it's just hi. Shit. I'm laughing to keep from just cursing out, just going off, because I really feel for a lot of guys out here. I really feel for it. That's why I do what I do. Yeah, some dudes do get on my nerves, and you know, no, I haven't experienced the same thing as a lot, but you know, you see somebody, it's like, okay, let me say something then. Let me say something. Because getting validation is a great feeling. Just you feel good, you being acknowledged, you know, you being seen. A lot of guys, they ain't feeling good, they not being seen. And then when some of them are ready to act out, people say it's a problem. It's like, okay, if you want to solve that, let's go deeper into why they're even feeling that way. Let's address that. Let's have a real conversation, you know, because until then, it's going to be a problem. But like I said, you get some people making money off of it. Certain forces, you know, they got certain agenda and everything. So, and I want y'all to think about that, but it's a major issue. It's something that really has to be dealt with, all right? Really on all sides, really. But I'm going to specifically talk about men right now because, yeah, because I guarantee if I did this video and saying, oh, yeah, women this or that, there'd be like major efforts and everything. I was like, okay, you helping the women out. Okay, but you need to help the men out or those women will still be alone. And they still not going to get what they want because the men ain't going to be there to do it. Boom. We're in this thing together. So, anyway, I want y'all to really think about what I've said, okay? And especially any mental health professionals, any professional counselors, stuff like that, individuals like that. Really think about what I just outlined. And I do mean outline because it's deeper than I'm a 10-minute video. This is way, way, way deeper, all right? So, but it has to be addressed. So, I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.